much that it's going to be a problem. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of our video.
Check the Mic is live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Live from New York. It's a show that was warned while I was getting makeup that I need to step up. And I said, you know what? Yeah.
I warned both of y'all.
What did you warn
Just
me about?
don't get out beside yourself today.
Because we're doing the
It's a
post-game
regular show.
press conference, and Gianna's going to be keeping track of box scores.
And
so
Brew
Brew's going to have
dominated last time, but
a
Brew,
high
I thought
usage rate.
I'm
it was
worried
a
y'all
nice-
going for your numbers.
it was a nice kind of the last show, like young Kobe Shaq. Like I set you up, you had the
I was
mic
Shaq?
drops. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's true. Who was wild?
Phil Jackson.
Was it Phil
Sasha
Jackson or?
Vujic?
Yeah, no, I was
I
Phil
think more
Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know. You had 0 good points.
You know
According
what?
to the official box
I'll give
score,
you Derek Fisher.
you had, I don't know,
But
man.
I was
you had
Phil.
0 good
trying to-
points.
You know what?
Yeah,
Jerry
you didn't even
West.
score.
Jerry West.
Yeah.
At that
West,
point, he was
you
with the
didn't
Grizzlies.
score.
Exactly. I don't want to be here. Jerry Jones on the, quote, blue carpet for the premiere of the Cowboys Netflix documentary was asked how he views the Cowboys' role in the NFL and pop culture as a whole, bro. Bro, your reaction to this quote.
Thank you, Jerry. I mean, this is just confirmation for what I've been saying for the last 6, 7 years.
Wow, I didn't 6, 7 years.
Because remember,
Right.
I had the radio show, The Odd Couple,
Oh,
before I joined
What
you
do you have,
guys.
5 to 7?
Yes.
no, 6 to 9.
6 to 9.
Yeah, 7 to 10 actually.
7 to 10.
But
6
then,
to 9
and I've
Central.
actually
I'm a
used
Central time guy.
I used the term soap opera. Like this is just proof that Jerry does not view the Cowboys primarily as a football franchise. They are primarily an entertainment enterprise. And I've said this before, but you know, we've all gone to see great movies that are sports based, but they're really not about the sports. They're about the love story or
Tin
whatever.
Cup.
Yeah, I wasn't the first that came to mind, but Love and Basketball or something
Sure.
like that. Where it's a Bull Durham.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Bull Durham wasn't about baseball. It was about the love. So the Cowboys are a drama, a controversy in a football setting. That's what they are. And that is great for the bottom line. It's great for business. And that's why the Cowboys, despite having not won a Super Bowl in the last 30 years, are the highest valued franchise in American sports. Baseball, basketball, they are the highest. And so it's great for that, but it's terrible for football because it creates distractions. What coaches don't want are unnecessary distractions. And that's what Jerry is constantly creating. Look at all the great winners, the Chiefs now, the Patriots, the Steelers in NFL, whether it's the Lakers or some team in the Spurs in the NBA. Like, if there might be drama, but it's drama based on the game. When Shaq and Kobe had their drama, it hurt the
Ramang
team.
Tjer,
Like,
Terim,
right?
Gaskanam,
And
Terim,
so
Gaskanam, Terim,
this is
Gaskanam,
he
Terim,
just
Gaskanam,
summed
Terim,
up what they're all, what he and they are all about.
Ramang
And
Tjer,
it's great
Gaskanam,
for
Terim.
money.
Ayo,
but it's
Ayo,
terrible
Gaskanam,
for
Terim.
So I want to take it maybe a step
Ramang
further
Tjer,
because,
Terim.
listen, you have been saying this
Parevces,
for
Terim,
months.
Gaskanam, Terim,
And
Ayo,
I don't
Gaskanam,
think
Terim.
you're the only person
Ayo,
who's
Ayo,
been
Terim,
this
Ayo,
way, but I
Terim.
think you're the only person I know of
Yes,
that
can
this
I?
has been
Yes, can I?
your
Ayo,
biggest
Terim,
concern.
Ayo, Terim.
I think everybody's
Yes, I
acknowledged Jerry
Skarucanem.
likes to be,
Ramang
you know what I
Tjer,
mean?
yes, I
Yes,
Skarucanem.
But you have talked
Yes,
about
Gaskanam,
back a
Terim.
couple of years ago when I was picking them to make the
Yes,
Super
I
Bowl, 'cause I like the
Skarucanem.
roster, about the silliness associated with the team.
Ayo, Terim,
And
Takabor.
so I thought about that when I was listening to this quote, because I tried to square that with the fact that Jerry, this past offseason, did
Parevces,
something
yes, I
very,
Skarucanem.
very
Yes, I
significant
Skarucanem.
decision that
Yes,
decreased
yes, I Skarucanem.
that made them less of a circus or a sideshow or less attention, and that is his head coach pick. He could have picked Bill Belichick, which would have been a massive story, and instead he picked as anonymous of a head coach as one could get in Brian Schottenheimer. And I thought about why
Yes, Spike Kitrem.
and so this is what I'm saying I want to kind of add to it. It's not just that the Cowboys are a soap opera. It's that he has to be the star.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not just that
Yes.
we need the attention, but I need to be the main character of this movie, and you have seen that throughout these Micah negotiations, which aren't even negotiations because they won't engage on the negotiations. But not just with his daily impromptu press avails, but with him saying, let me make this clear. A lot of people that do contracts with the Cowboys, but a contract like this one is between me and the player. Jerry Jones is doing this one, and by the way, come check out the new Cowboys documentary called The Gambler. Not called America's
Ayo,
Team
yes,
or whatever it is, about what me and what I've done. Which then led me to something that I think might pique your interest because you, and I think not just you, some of the audience as well, is kind of over this story because we all saw this story coming. I talked in January that there was going to be Micah drama. Here's would be my concern if I'm a Cowboys fan. Because I don't think Jerry's done by any, stretch of the
actually very
imagination. I think he's pretty savvy about this stuff. Dak is locked up. CD is locked up. The team is fine. They're probably not going to, though, be an A1 story based on their own merit on the field.
Ramang
anytime
Tjer,
soon.
Terim, Takabor. Yes, I
What
Skarucanem.
is the only way for the Cowboys to guarantee they can control future off-season usage? The answer to that is
Yes, Patrastem.
not lock up Michael Parsons.
Ayo,
The
ayo,
answer to that, like,
Tagabor.
if they,
Not even through this year?
yes, if they, and
Traded
no, no,
Ramang
franchise.
Tjer,
Play
Terim
this
Tagabor.
year
Yes,
out,
Patrastem.
and
Terim.
then we'll resume
Parevces,
negotiations,
Terim.
which have never, again, have
Ayo,
never been done.
Parevces, Terim
He has
Tagabor.
not
Yes,
talked
Miss
to the
Rossam.
agent once. They haven't
Ramang
even
Tjer,
started
Terim
negotiating.
Tagabor.
Our show's take, I think, mostly has been, it's probably getting done right before the first day of the season. And if I had to bet money, I would probably have to be
Yes,
firm on the
Parevces,
Dak
Terim
bet that
Tagabor.
I made, say that's probably what's going to happen. But if
Parevces,
Jerry
Terim, Takabor.
understands the only way to continue this, you know what I mean, this level of intrigue and
Ayo,
interest,
Terim Tagabor.
because
Yes,
there's no
Terim
meaning
Tagabor.
around that. He has a no trade. They haven't signed long term. CD is a great player, but with the Cowboys trade CD Lamb is not like we see receivers get traded and he's locked up. There's no other great young
Ramang Tjer,
player coming
Parevces,
out
yes,
of
Spike
here.
Kitrem. Yes,
So
I
do I think
Skarucanem.
in that regard it is now
Ramang
more
Tjer,
realistic
Miss Rossam.
that they
Ayo,
never call
Terim
the
Miss
game,
Rossam.
that this does become a staring contest and they roll it over into next offseason.
Michael should
I-
play. Then Michael should play.
I totally agree with you on that, but we don't
Parevces, Terim Tagabor. Yes, Ayo, Terim. Yes,
Yes,
Haskanam.
Yes, Skarucanem, Terim. Yes, I
Well,
Skarucanem. Terim,
He
Spike Kitrem.
can't just sit out healthy.
Well, he has that aching back.
exactly.
Okay, so the back won't get healthy.
Yeah.
Ramang
So,
Tjer,
I
yes,
mean,
Terim Tagabor.
if we are all in
Parevces,
agreement
Terim Tagabor. Ayo, yes,
Yes,
yes, Ayo, yes, Ayo, Haskanam. Ampaiman, Terim. Ayo, Haskanam, Terim. Ampaiman, Terim
would be
Tagabor.
a nice bonus on top of his main goal. The signing Micah Parsons
passing
Varez
scores
des terim
contract
thakavo.
doesn't really achieve the main goal of staying in the news. Like it does,
Yes,
of creating more
Yeah.
buzz and intrigue around. And otherwise, every time we talk about the Cowboys, I can't get over the little small font of their win total.
Yes,
Like this
patrastem.
team's supposed to be, sorry, Hub. Mid. Like, you know what I mean?
Likes when you say mid.
Yeah, oh, okay. So, no, you're welcome.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, look, I agree with a lot of what you said, but I would be shocked if they don't sign Micah. But to your point, you know,
Varez des
signing before
terim
the season.
thakkanam.
To
Terim.
your point, once they
Yes,
sign
uzais
Micah, let's say they
karucanem.
do it a week before the season. Now it's all football.
Yes,
If
patrastem.
you
Yes, terim
do
thakavo.
mid,
Yeah.
then you do fade away. I will give you that. Like if they're mid throughout the season,
Yes,
actually for the
uzais karucanem.
storyline, it'd be better if they're horrible.
Yeah.
You know, but if they're mid,
Ayo,
right,
patrastem.
if they're mid,
Yes,
then
uzais
at some
karucanem.
point we're going to stop talking about it. So that is true, but I
Ramang
just,
Zerk,
that's
yes,
where
Gnabry.
under Micah Parsons, you are, and other players, you are ticked off to the nth degree. Because
Varez des terim
Jerry's got
thakavo.
all the money in the
Patrastem.
world.
Yes, misvo
Micah
sam.
Parsons doesn't. I know he's making $8 million as an NFL player, but this is his big
Ayo,
contract.
yes,
And
ayo,
you're not
misvo
playing
sam.
with that. Jerry
Varez des
is. in a
terim
sport
Varez des
where
thakkanam.
one
Terim.
game, one practice could change the entire
And
course of
he's
his
not
career.
Dak, where a quarterback can have their ankle shattered and still sign
Yes.
the
Yes,
biggest contract ever
patrastem.
because they're so scarce. Like pass rusher is super valuable, but pass rushers are
Yes,
so
terim
reliant
thakavo.
on athleticism and everything that
Particularly when
Varez
you're
des
right.
terim thakavo.
if Michael Ward
Ayo,
suffers
anpaimon,
a
yes,
catastrophic injury,
Yes, ayo,
it's
yes,
not like that where
anpaimon,
okay,
ayo,
I'm getting
anpaimon,
contract
terim
anyway.
thakavo.
Then everything changes
Ramang
for him,
Zerk.
and he
Varez des
doesn't
terim
have,
thakavo.
you know,
Ayo,
huge
terim
money
thakavo.
that
Terim
we
thakavo.
talk
Yes,
about.
uzais
Yes,
terim.
yes,
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 yes, yes, karucanem.
Head to Chiefs camp.
Varez
Yes,
des terim Ayo, yes,
Very optimistic about this year
Yes,
and
uzais
building on the
karucanem.
16 unanswered points at the
Varez
end of the
des
Super
terim
Bowl.
thakavo.
So listen, I have very
Ramang Zerk. Yes,
very
uzais
high
ayo,
opinions
terim.
about what
Uzais
makes the
karucanem.
best Chiefs team ever.
Ramang Zerk. Yes,
Because
terim
I
thakavo.
think, much like I think the best Patriot team ever did win the Super Bowl, I actually think the best Chiefs team
Ayo,
of all
terim.
time
Yes,
ever
terim
did.
thakavo.
Yes,
And
patrastem.
they
Ayo,
got
yes,
lost
yes,
in
yes,
the
Ramang
by
Zerk,
Tampa
terim thakavo.
Brady. And so I don't know what we're measuring,
Ayo,
you know,
terim
them
thakavo.
against which year, but I thought that was
Yes,
the best
uzais
combo of
karucanem. Yes,
offense,
zukunft
defense.
ne.
You still had, you know, Peak Hill, Peak Travis, all of that.
Varez des terim
Where
thakavo.
I think this is absolutely on the board is the tangible and the intangible. The tangible is this. They had that awesome draft class a few years ago, primarily of defensive players who are now veterans. You know what I mean? They are now, McDuffie, Loftus are entering year 4. That Chris Jones is still great. This definitely has a chance to be the best Chiefs defense, the best
Yes,
defense.
Yes,
Yes,
terim. Yes,
yes,
terim.
You
Yes,
then
patrastem.
add
Yes,
Haskell,
terim.
the
Yes,
best
yes,
defense,
yes,
the
yes,
best
yes,
receiver
yes,
group they've
yes,
had
yes,
since 2019, when they had Tyreek, Sammy Watkins, and put Travis, prime Kelsey in that receiver group. And I think that this should be as good of an offensive line as they've had. So you put all those things together,
Ayo,
that should
terim
be, you know,
thakavo.
they have the personnel to be the best. But here's the most important. What they have that's not quantifiable, but I know it, is for the first time in 3 years, chip on his shoulder. So the last time they had chip on his shoulder, Mahomes, was after the first time, in my opinion,
Varez
as
des
a
terim.
quarterback,
Yes, uzais karucanem. Ayo, terim thakavo.
which was the second half
Yes,
of the
anpaimon.
season.
Yes, uzais karucanem.
And then they traded Tyreek Hill, and then there was real, I think, legitimate doubt amongst the media. Who is the best quarterback in football? Mahomes hadn't won the Super Bowl in a couple years. He had just played poorly. Burrow had, you know, beaten him. They had traded away Hill. And he responded that year by having 5,600 yards and 45 touchdowns in the regular season. That's a record for you.
Yes, patrastem.
6,553 if you include
Yes,
the
uzais
playoffs. With
karucanem.
a skill position group that was, aside from Travis, Juju Smith-Schuster, MVS, their
Varez
leading
des
touchdown
terim.
receiver was
Terim.
Jerick McKinnon. Their leading rusher was a 7th-round rookie, and they went 17-3 and scored 30 points per game.
Ramang Zerk.
And so
Terim
I
thakavo.
think that was, I've got something.
Ayo, terim thakavo.
I think they have that Patrick back and the right personnel. So yes, I think this absolutely could be the best Chiefs team.
A lot of that's true. I mean, if they get it done, and the receiving core I really like if they're healthy. And Rice,
Yes,
is
yes,
back
yes.
and is the same player he was before he got suspended. You kind of stole my thunder
Ajottelin
early
takavuoro.
because I do think Mahomes is being nice, to use your phrase. Like, he didn't just, it's not like he's like saying to Nick or someone, this could be our best team ever.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Patras
Like,
then.
he was asked if this would be a best team, and I think the way he said it, of course you're going to say you won 3
Barem,
Super
yes,
Bowls.
yes,
you have
uzaj skaru-
credibility.
yes,
You
uzaj
say it,
skaru-
you're not going to say no. So I think he sees the potential, like every year he thinks they can win the Super Bowl, and they obviously can. So I don't think he's like seeing something here that he didn't see in some of the other teams. But to your point, you're right. Now I'm partial to the old teams where they were more offensive. I do think you got to, obviously you're not going to have prime Kelsey. Even if he has a good season, he's not what he was in 22 or 19 when they won the Super Bowl. Xavier Worthy would have to not duplicate Tyreek Hill, but come close. Make us think about, wow, he's kind of having that type of impact.
yes,
I don't think
Ramang, yes, Patras
Now,
then.
maybe last year I know he only played half
Ramang,
the season,
yes,
and
uzaj skaru cane.
wasn't the same.
Never had a great run.
No, but he was his early on,
His
like
first rookie year.
he was really.
Ayo,
and then
Darin
Edwards
Takavar.
Hilaire was, they were nice tandem.
Yes, Patras, yes,
I
yes,
thought
Darin,
he
yes,
was
Hasanam,
good,
Darin
though.
Takavar.
Maybe last year was just getting back from injury, but he was under 4 yards a pop. So he has to get back to that guy too. I agree with the defense. I think it was at 22 when they had a top 11 defense, not top 10,
Yes.
and the offense was best
Yes,
in the league.
Patras
So
then.
that would probably have to go down as the best team. But I do think what you said is correct. Like if the receivers are
Ramang,
healthy
yes,
and
Darin, yes,
Mahomes
fight
does
katram.
have
Yes,
this
yes,
light
yes,
show,
fight katram.
they should.
You're kind of writing off prime Travis, but Travis came out with a big article in GQ. Here's what he said on his bounce back season. Here he is with an alligator. I think it might have
Ramang,
slipped a little
yes,
bit
Hasanam,
because I
Darin.
did have a little bit more focus in trying to set myself up.
Yes,
And
uzaj
opportunities
skaru
came
cane.
up where I was excited to enter into a new action campaign and entertainment. So the pictures are amazing and very artistic and cool, I would say. I could see how people would take
Barem,
shots.
yes, Darin Takavar.
Buried within like the Taylor talk and the entertainer talk is Travis Kelce out here grinding away in Florida and a big interview with his trainer about how he is going to be very fast and very effectively fast.
Yes,
So
Patras,
this
yes,
made me
Hasanam,
think,
yes, fight
after
katram.
reading the article, that we are going to see a Kelce
Barem, yes,
renaissance.
Darin takavuoro.
Listen, I
Ramang,
do
yes,
not
Ajottelin
think
yes,
we are going to have a vintage
Yes, Patras,
Kelce
Ramang,
season.
Paimon, yes, uzaj skaru cane.
You know what I mean? Like the happy medium, vintage
Ayo,
Kelce
yes,
gave
Ganam, yes,
the greatest
yes,
receiver
uzaj skaru cane.
Okay, a little, take it down a notch from there.
No, that's what I'm. Yeah. So I. No,
Ramang, Ayo, Paimon, yes, Hasanam, yes, Darin, yes, uzaj skaru cane.
Yeah. So right. So I think he can. I think he will have a year where he will be one of the 3 best players at his position now. I think Bowers will be great. I think Kelce will be great, and then wild card tight end. That's great. When he became Arizona, I shouldn't say kid, but those other guys will be great. But what I think is maybe more noteworthy is this. I don't listen. I am never going to doubt my ability to doubt how hard.
Ajottelin yes, Darin, yes, uzaj skaru
Ramang,
cane.
yes, Darin Takavar.
Insanely hard worker, but he's saying he was working
Yes,
hard.
Patras, Ayo, Ganam, yes, uzaj skaru
Ajos
cane.
Hasanam, yes, uzaj skaru cane.
The year with all the drops and the go on the road and go through the games. And then throughout the beginning of last year, you just consistently play black and then a sense of inevitability and invincibility. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Could a team that I don't think is that rare across sports when a team consistently wins. The difference is usually in those other sports, It doesn't take one turn to make
Yes,
two.
yes,
You know what I mean? It's just and then even if you are using like
yes, yes.
over the course of the series overpowering, the Chiefs can have that opportunity.
Chiefs Chargers.
아요,
24
때림
days.
바람 좀 때림
Head to college, where number one. Yeah. Number one Texas opens up the season at number 3 Ohio State on Fox. The odd part about the odds, Longhorns are number 1 and 2.5-point underdogs. First time since 1978. Number one team hasn't been able to open it. Is this disrespectful?
Ayo, terim takabo. Yes,
I'm from Ohio, so go Buckeyes. I did, but my daughter's out
아요,
there.
때림 takabo. Yes, uzayis 가루차는.
Ayo, yes, yes, spike.
Are we number one or not? Are we the best team in the country or not? I get it, it's in Columbus, it's in Ohio. Is the
Yes,
football
patrasta.
field
Yes,
still 100
yes,
yards?
uzayis 가루차는. 아요, 때림 takabo. Yes, 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 uzayis 가루차는.
Then we're supposed to win. Don't make us number one in the preseason and then say, you
Ayo,
know what?
yes, uzayis karucanem.
You got 1 week to be the best team in the country and then that's it. I mean,
Yes,
and they're not even, it's not even
Ayo,
like
때림
as great
takabo.
as Ohio State is, obviously defending national
바람제,
champion.
때림
They're
takabo.
number 3. Penn State
Yes,
is number
uzayis
2.
가루차는.
So it is completely disrespectful. It's actually good fodder for them.
I vehemently disagree. So listen, Ohio State has been an underdog at home once since 2011. They are always favored at home. And the one time they were was a Michigan-Ohio State game, and both teams were competing in theory for a national
Yes,
championship.
바람제, 때림
The
아요,
1970s,
때림 takabo.
sorry to be
patrasta.
but I will, is
아요, 때림
actually
takabo.
the number one team in the nation is never an underdog in week one. Because the number one team in the nation is never on the road against an awesome team in week one. They are usually either playing at or it's a neutral site game, and in a neutral site game, I agree with Drew. If you are the number one team in the
야만
nation and
그냥
you're playing on
때림
a neutral
takabo.
site, you
Yes,
should be the favorite.
yes,
But
uzayis
when you're
가루차는.
number one
바람제,
versus
때림
three, and the
takabo.
coaches
Yes,
poll
uzayis
is one
가루차는.
versus two, and it's at the shoe, then you're going to be the
야만
underdog.
그냥
This
때림
is-
takabo.
Ohio State might have the number one player in the 2026 draft and 2027 draft. Caleb Downs might be the best player in this upcoming draft. He won't go number one because he's not a quarterback. And Jeremiah Smith will be the number one player in the 2027 draft. So
아요, 때림 uzayis 가루차는.
Arch Manning
they'll
pop.
have the number one quarterback.
Yes,
for sure.
patrasta.
Listen, I think Texas
Yes,
is
uzayis
obviously
karucanem.
two great teams. But this is, you're not going to be a favorite in Ohio State against a great Buckeyes.
야만 제, 때림 takabo.
If you were voting, would you bake that in?
No, what they are saying is the voters, the voters think Texas and Ohio State, if they were to play
Ayo, terim
Yes,
at
takabo.
uzayis 가루차. Yes,
in
uzayis
Kansas City,
가루차는.
neutral, geographically and everything,
아요,
Texas
때림,
is
아요,
slightly
때림,
better.
uzayis
And if
가루차.
they were
야만 제,
playing
yes,
in
때림
Texas,
uzayis 가루차는.
if they were playing in Texas, I think it's Texas by 3. And on Ohio State, and on neutral site, it's Texas by 1. That's what I think.
Does that make you feel better if you're a Longhorn?
No.
아요, 때림 takabo.
They actually
uzayis
did Texas
가루차는.
a favor.
야만 제, 때림 takabo. 아요, 때림 takabo.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, uzayis 가루차는.
And check out Click's other shows on FS1.
바람제, 때림 takabo. 예상 토렘.
Yes,
예상
patrasta.
바람. 때림 uzayis 가루차는.
Yes, terim takabo.
아요, 때림. 안파이만, 아요, 때림. 야만 안파이만 때림. Yes, uzayis 가루차는. Yes, uzayis 가루차는.
Ayo, terim takabo. Yes, uzayis karucanem. Ajottelin takavuoteen. Yes, Karutsanen.
Ռամանք ձերք, տերիմ
Yes,
թակավոր,
Ajottelin
ես
takavuoteen.
ուզայս կառուցանեմ։ Բարև ձեզ, հասկանամ, տերիմ։ Ես ուզայս կառուցանեմ։ Այո, ես ուզայս կառուցանեմ։
Բարև ձեզ, զայս վերնորակել։ Yes, զայս վերնորակել։ Yes, զայս վերնորակել։
Բարև ձեզ, տերիմ թակավոր։
Ես զայս կարուցանեմ։
Ես պատրաստ եմ։
Ես զայս կարուցանեմ։ Բարև ձեզ, ես զայս վերնորակել։
Հրամանք ձերք, տերիմ թակավոր, ես կառուցանեմ։
Ես զայս վերնորակել։ Ես զայս կարուցանեմ։ Ես զայս կարուցանեմ։ Հրամանք ձերք, ես հանգորել։ Yes, as I skarucanem. Ramang cer, terin takabor. Yes, haskanam terin.
Raman
Ayos
terin
terin
takabor.
Antoimon yes, as I skarucanem.
Barevdes, terin takabor. Ես պատրաստ եմ։ վերանորոգել։
Ramang cer, terin takabor. Yes, as I skarucanem. Ayo terin takabor. Ramang yes, as I skarucanem. Ramang cer, ayo terin
Անպայման
takabor.
տերին, ես անպայման տերին, ես ուզայս կառուցանեմ։ Raman
Բարև ձեզ,
terin takabor։
Yes, as I skarucanem. Ayo terin takabor.
Ես ուզայս կառուցանեմ։ Ես պատրաստ եմ։
Ayo terin takabor. Yes, patrast. Yes, spike katrem. Yes, spike katrem.
Այո, տերին takabor։
Ayo terin takabor.
Raman
Yes,
ուզայս
yes,
տերին
yes,
takabor։
yes,
Ես
yes,
անպայման
yes,
տերին takabor։